If I told you it was possible to generate new ideas, just like that, on the spot, would you be interested? If so, then stay tuned. Welcome to my channel, I'm Dr. Matt. Being innovative is very useful in different contexts. In our professional lives, we need to create new concepts so that we sell more, we manage better, we deal with certain problems in a more creative way. But it also comes very useful and pragmatic when it comes to dealing with our individual issues, like, for example, how to stop being conflicted with someone, how to go out on a date and do something different so that the person remembers that and hopefully falls in love with us even more. This topic will be completely focused on a tool that is called perceptual possessions that is going to let us be more innovative and generate new ideas. So perceptual possessions is a different way and different angles from which we can look at a certain issue. The first perceptual possession is me. This is an egocentric possession. From this perspective, you approach the situation the way you would do if you were the only person in this world. What do you feel? What do you think? What's your opinion? What's your take on this subject, and so on? If you use this perceptual possession, you will definitely have your needs met, because finally this is about what you need and what you want. But on the other hand, you will be limited by the size of your ego, which means this is who you are, and we don't know what else is possible outside of our own scope of thinking. Second perceptual possession is called you. You put yourself into someone else's shoes. Now you become empathetic. You're able to sense what the other person is feeling. This is a very good possession for sales, because you need to put yourself in the shoes of your customer. You need to know what they need, how they want it done, how they want it to be prepared, and so on and so on. This position allows you to construct relationships. In the first one, egocentric, you would never be able to construct relationships, but in this one, yes, you can. But on the other hand, there's disadvantage to it. Maybe if you use this position too often, then unfortunately you will be more based on what others think, what others want, and become altruistic instead of being balanced. If you're only altruistic without being egocentric at the same time, you will only focus on what others need. Third perceptual possession is distance. From the distance, we take on this bodily posture, and we judge and assess and opinionate based on facts. There's no opinions here, there's no me or you, there's just pure simple facts. Thanks to this perceptual possession, we are way more objective, but unfortunately we don't connect emotionally. So it's just business, it's just science, there's no relationship there. So if the person used only this perceptual possession to generate new ideas, they would definitely do this very logically, but because of lack of emotional inputs, they wouldn't connect very well with others. The fourth perceptual possession is we or us. This angle lets you construct groups. If you look at it from this perspective and ask the question, what's good for me, what's good for you, then obviously we can create a stronger team. This is very good for creating groups, teams, and cooperate with others. This is very bad for individual approach towards reality, because if there's a group, there's no individuals. There's just a set of individuals that serves the higher purpose, but nobody's asking, what am I thinking, what are you thinking? It's rather what's good for the collective. This is, by the way, a typical approach towards life and reality of many different cultures in Asia or South America or Africa, because they tend to be more on an collective side rather than individualistic side, which is more characteristic for the Western cultures. And finally, the last perceptual possession is a totally different model, where you incorporate point of view from someone else's perspective or something else's perspective. For example, if you were to look at it from the perspective of Buddha, what would you say? How would Jesus approach this situation? If you are a woman who's 25 years old and comes from China, how would you feel about this situation? Or if a giraffe or rhino was to play this game, how would they specifically do it? This is where the creativity takes place, because now you can incorporate different ways of thinking, acting, and feeling from totally different models, animals, people, different cultures, and this way you will really generate new ideas. So to sum it up, there's 5 perceptual possessions. When you want to generate new ideas and you look at it from your own perspective, you will use your own resources. When you look at it from someone else's perspective, you will use someone else's resources and become more empathetic. When you look at it from a distance, which is third perspective, then you will be very logical. Again, you will create new ideas, but without the emotional components. If you look at it from us or we perspective, then you have a systematic approach, and thanks to systematic approach you will get a lot of information and input from other members of the group. And finally, different model lets you be the king of this game, because you can basically put yourself in any kind of perceptual position that you want, and this way generate new innovative creations, which is what I wish for all of us. Use this model, it's very useful. I recommend also sharing it with your friends. If you know someone who could benefit from this video, please send them this material. And also, if you haven't subscribed this channel yet, you may do so by clicking subscribe button. Thank you very much. Leave your comments and see you next time. Bye.